everyone, Dr. Contessa here, your certified aesthetic physician here at the CSA Medical Aesthetics. Today, we will be answering a question from one of our clients, and she was asking about the non-surgical nose lifting, the different kinds of materials that we are using, because she was watching the different videos on those instant nose lifting, and she noticed that we use different materials or products for the non-surgical nose enhancement. So right now, I will be sharing with you about the different kinds of materials or products that we use for this type of nose procedure. So we have two kinds. The first one is a so-called dermal filler, and the second one is the so-called PDO threads or PCL threads. So what are dermal fillers? We have different kinds of known soft tissue fillers, and the ones that we are using right now are the so-called temporary type of soft tissue fillers. So we have the hyaluronic dermal filler, and I also have introduced the so-called calcium hydroxyl apatite filler. So what I am using on the nose area for nose augmentation, the so-called dermal filler hyaluronic type, example is our Restylane. So it's made of the hyaluronic dermal filler. So when you say hyaluronic, it is a natural substance present in our body. So those are made of so-called glycosaminoglycans. Okay, so those types of filler are temporary. So meaning to say, over time, they will be disintegrated or they get absorbed by our tissues in our body. Okay, so there are different kinds of hyaluronic dermal fillers. So one brand is the Restylane. So there are other brands of hyaluronic dermal filler. I also featured one brand from Korea, the so-called Oriole hyaluronic dermal filler. Okay, so in terms of the generic, we say hyaluronic dermal filler. Now they have different brands. So hyaluronic dermal fillers, we have the Restylane, we have the Juvederm, we have the Belotero, we have Oriole, we have also the Tioxan or Choshal dermal fillers, and other brands. Okay, so hyaluronics are safe materials to be used for the non-surgical nose augmentation. Another one that I also featured was the so-called Radies. Okay, so a lot of my clients right now are asking about the Radies. So this is made of so-called calcium hydroxyl apatite dermal filler. So it's a longer lasting dermal filler as compared to the hyaluronic. In terms of the longevity, this will last longer. Okay, now I do not use the hyaluronic filler and this calcium hydroxyl apatite filler at the same time. So if my patient would want to try something that's gonna be natural looking and at the same time it's the first time or it's his or her first time to try it, I recommend the hyaluronic dermal filler. So for the first timers, this is the one that I recommend, hyaluronic. Because this one, can be reversible. So like if the outcome is not, like you didn't like the outcome, it's too high for you, we can dissolve this. Now for those clients of mine who already have been doing non-surgical nose enhancement and they just come back to repeat it, we can also try the other one, which is the calcium hydroxyl apatite, because this one is a biostimulator. It can stimulate your own tissue formation. Okay, so this could last longer as compared to the hyaluronic. So the lifespan is longer. However, this one, when you want to remove it, there's no antidote or there's nothing to dissolve it. You just wait for the product to get dissolved on its own as time passes by. Okay, so those are dermal fillers or soft tissue fillers. Okay, now the ones that we also use for nose thread lifting right now, so we have brands of Hyco, and we have Wyco, we have Starco, or other brand that you have heard of. Basically, they're made of the so-called PDO thread. So let's look at an example here. So I have an open thread here. Let's just look at this one. It's made of a suture thread material, so-called PDO or polydioxanone. So if you notice inside, there's this color purple, blue, that you can see inside, and it's a polydioxanone type of thread, okay, that we can use for our nose thread lifting right now. And these are also absorbable threads. So lifespan usually of PDO, it could start, disintegration or absorption could start from 6 months or 8 months or even up to 12 months. So it depends also on the individual, the tissues around the threads that's going to be inserted. The other one, we have the so-called polycaprolactone or PCL threads. The PCL threads, in terms of the lifespan, they last longer than the polydioxanone. So the difference between the two, one is actually thicker, the strand is thicker as compared to the strand of the PCL. And PCL is softer and more flexible. So the lifespan, so this one could last a year, while the PCL could last 1.5 to 2 years. That's why there will be a need to repeat the injection after a year or 2 years. We always advise repeat the injection for you to boost the effect, or kind of like stimulate your tissues to develop again some collagen and other protein fibers inside our nose. So those are the different kinds of product materials that we use for our nose thread lifting. Then in terms of how we do it, then, or how we decide how to inject, or how many of these threads, or which one to use, it will depend on our individual evaluation. So we have different nose anatomy, we're not alike. So we really have to check your type of nose anatomy, and we have to identify which will be the best brand for you. Hopefully we were able to answer the question from one of our clients. So those of you who have further questions, you may send them at our email address, csaskinclinic@yahoo.com. We also have our FB page, CSA Derm Centre, or our Instagram, CSA Derm Centre. And also for those who are asking us when are we going to reopen our center, we are just waiting for the advice from our government when will it be safe to open or resume our clinic. Okay, we just want the safety of everyone. We'll also announce in our Facebook page or also in our social media platform as to when are we going to reopen. So okay, thank you so much and God bless you all.